Third on the program, often they're racing, and he did anticipate the start with Busy Fingers. It was amongst the first to get going. Plenty of speed coming from the outside with Air Turgeon at the end of 200 coming across with Kawara as well. And so the favourite's going to settle down third right behind those Busy Fingers. Carla Rose, the newcomer, drifting back to fourth. A length and a half to Pilbara, sitting deep on the outside. On the rails, Sonic Breeze approaching the home turn. Dropping back is Rock the Fox, near enough to the tail with Tiger O'Reilly. They start to pack and rack again, coming onto the home corner. At the 400, Air Turgeon led narrowly from Kawara. Right behind them, Busy Fingers about to come around heels and let go. Back on the inside, picking up some ground is Sonic Breeze by the 250. And Rock the Fox is also making headway. Pike goes to work now on the hot pot. Busy Fingers, who takes Kawara with 100 left to run. It put it away, drew about 3/4 to a length over the concluding stages, and the favourite wins it. Too good for them, Busy Fingers over Kawara. Rock the Fox third home, and Sonic Breeze ran fourth. They beat off Air Turgeon, and they were followed further back by Pilbara. Next home, Carla Rose, and toward the tail end of proceedings is Tiger O'Reilly. Busy Fingers justifies the short quote here for the Durant stable, the Rubik 4-year-old, and on return has proven a bit too good for them. Tracked up beautifully, landed in front. Pike allowed the speed to come across and just found their backs and ample opportunity to come around heels and to claim Kawara inside the last 175, and really putting its stamp on proceedings late. Back their third home will be Rock the Fox as we stand by for the placings. In fact, the full list of the numbers here with Sonic Breeze as well there in the mix. Busy Fingers by Rubik from 50 Shades of Grey. A mare by Written Tycoon, owned by Adam Durant, Mrs. H. Freestone, Ms. E. Clifford, P. Jones, Brad Willison, Gary Dickey, C. Lee, Phil Ibbotson, and also Gary Prater. And Willie Pike boots home the second leg of a double. Beating 6 Kawara, the Playing God filly from Lady Chiago, Neville Parnham, Chris Parnham. Third still to be declared here after the running of the third on the program. That goes the way of number 4, Rock the Fox, Troy Turner, and 7, Sonic Breeze is fourth. 1647 the numbers, 1 1/4 both ways, and the time will come through shortly. Busy Fingers, though, opening up its account at career start number 7. Race 4, the Reliable Asset Maintenance Handicap, will go at 2:13. A little amendment to the starting time for the next, again at the 1,000. 8 Magnachine is the scratching there. Let's head down now and catch up with Lockie. A sense of predictability about this victory by Busy Fingers, with a busy Willie Pike getting the best out of it first up.
Thank you very much, Darren. Nice to see this horse finally put a win on the board. Busy Fingers salutes as the short price favourite as Jordan Rolfe joins me once again. Jordan, it was a nice, easy watch. Once the gates open, Willie Pike did the rest.
Yeah, he did. It was good to see him frank the nice trial. He's always shown a little bit, as I think you boys were alluding to before. He's always started pretty short quotes, so he stung us all a few times, myself included. But today it was good to see him do it.
Was the feeling from the team in his work leading into his trial that he had returned just that length or two better than what we've seen previously?
Yeah, I suppose naturally with maturity they all improve, but adding the blinkers was always going to improve him as well. And yeah, like I say, the trial was good, so we come here today fairly confident.
What did you make of the way he travelled into this race here this afternoon with the application of the blinkers?
Yeah, he probably did a good job. I know probably these shorter course trips they don't tend to go too slowly, but that's always the worry that they're going to over race and do a bit much. But yeah, he kept it for a bit of a rev out of a horse. He kept it together nicely and did everything right. Nice
result here. Well done.
Cheers, mate.
There's Jordan Rolfe after the win of Busy Fingers. Gets the job done as the short price favourite in the box seat. Nice speed. They slackened at around the 500 or 600 metre mark, but it didn't matter because Willie Pike, he had the race won from a very long way out.
Certainly did. Looked to be the most suitable race on paper that he had seen over the course of his career to date as well, Lockie. I wonder if Geordie might have rolled him into something a little bit later on the program, whether or not he's had something on Busy Fingers into something else to give him a bit more value to spruce things up for the remainder of the afternoon. But catching up once again with Willie Pike after the win of Busy Fingers. Willie, he has been somewhat of a bit of a costly commodity over the course of his career, and you weren't getting a lot of value about him today as a $1.50 favourite, but he came out there and did what he needed to do to get the first one on the board.
He did, exactly. He can only do what he can. He's probably not the easiest horse to get along with, and it's probably not his fault. He starts unders sometimes, but happy for Adam and the team. They persisted with him, and he's got a win here. It's nice.
You did ride him a couple of times last campaign. Has he given you the impression he may have improved a bit in his time off?
Yeah, look, I think just maybe a little more seasoned. He was able to sustain that sprint for just that little bit longer. I think last time round it was a lot shorter. He sustained the sprint. Things went our way. We had a nice barrier, a nice run in transit, and he was able to get the rest done.
They tried him out to 1,400 metres last campaign. Given how he won today, is it maybe a case of the shorter trips and the shades going on being the recipe for success for him at this stage of his career with where he's at?
Could well be now that you say it. I probably hadn't really thought about it, but it was a pretty steady run 1,000. They got a real good breather in the middle there. What I mean is probably was not a typical short course race, so maybe he still will get that 14. But who knows, he might be blinkers and short, like you said.
Well done on the win.
Thanks, mate.
There's Willie Pike. He combines with Adam Durant for an early double, and it's Busy Fingers who breaks maiden status in the third here at Belmont Park.